Good morning. I'll just wait to see if people get on. I want to make sure everybody can hear me. I don't know if this has to get approved or not. Is anybody there? Oh, good. I have people. Can y'all hear me okay? Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Kim. Okay, well, I will go ahead and get started. My name is Amanda Harold, and I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I don't know if anybody has explained this, but we're all putting in our titles of our video our rank. And it's just fun little ways that the company has given us as we move up and kind of get promoted, fun little names. So I am a lady, so y'all can all feel free to call me Lady Amanda Harold. Just kidding, you don't have to. But I just wanted to make sure y'all knew what that was. And then the number after that is our distributor number. So whoever added you to this group, if you decide to sign up under them, that's what you'll need is their distributor number. Okay, so let me tell you my story. And I'm sorry in advance, but it's going to kind of jump around. Okay, and I have notes, so that's what I keep looking to the side because I don't want to forget to tell you anything. So I am friends with Betsy. She is the one that went first this morning, and she invited me to her launch party, and she added me to her Facebook group, and I was real snot about it. Sorry, Betsy. I remember calling my sister and saying, Betsy's selling lipstick? What the heck? I didn't RSVP. Hi, Betsy. I just talked about how I didn't go to your launch party. I didn't RSVP. I even turned her notifications off in her group. That's our big joke now. I turned her off. But she kept signing up my friends to sell this lipstick. And so I finally went to a party that she was helping somebody launch because I thought, well, gosh, everybody keeps wearing this lipstick and signing up. So I might as well check it out. So last April, a year ago, April in 2016, I went to a party and I got my first lipstick. And I liked it. I wouldn't say I loved it right away because if you've tried it, you know, there's a little bit of a learning curve to it, and I was terrible at putting it on. But Betsy worked with me, and then I fell in love with it, and I was like, oh, and I started doing it right. This stuff is awesome. So I just kept getting more colors and more colors and more colors. Never had any desire to sell it. And then I went to another launch party of another friend that Betsy had signed up, and Betsy had brought her shadow scents. That's our eyeshadow. And I fell in love with the eyeshadow. I have never in my life had an eyeshadow that stayed on my face all day long. I just tend to have oily skin and it soaks it up. And so I fell in love with the eyeshadow. And before long, my totals were over $100 every time I was ordering. And Betsy said, you know, it's only $55 to sign up. Why don't you sign up? And I just kind of thought about it and didn't do anything right then. Well, I would say it was probably in November of 2016. This is kind of against our rules now, but it wasn't back then. Betsy posted a picture of her commission check, and it was big, you guys. It was like $4,000, and I was amazed. Oh my gosh, this little lipstick thing that I made fun of, and she just got a $4,000 check, and she had not been doing it that long. So switch gears with me for a little bit, and let me tell you what was going on in our world. We had remodeled this big, beautiful 1933 house down to the studs. And anybody that's ever done that, I know you hear the horror stories, but I can top them all. It was the hardest thing we've ever done. We sit and turn on HGTV, and my husband will yell at Chip and Joanna and call them liars because they're liars. It's not that easy. And behind every wall is a big surprise that costs lots and lots of money. So I'm getting really personal here, but just to help you understand where we were, things went really bad with our contractor. Like when I say really bad, he was inflating our bills and scraping some off the top. And I'm telling you, we're over budget in the six-figure range. He was giving us signed lien releases, like we would pay him, and he was supposed to pay the workers, and he would get signed lien releases from them saying that they had gotten the check, and he was forging them. So people were filing liens on this house, and we were trying to, we already paid for the countertops, but the countertop people are saying we didn't get our money. And in the middle of all this, my husband's dad got cancer, and so Daniel was spending time going down to Houston, to MD Anderson, to be with him, as he should be. But he's in commercial real estate and is straight commission. And so if he is not on the phone making sales calls, he is... you guys, my mom is texting me saying, am I missing it? Can somebody please invite her to this group that knows how to do that? Anyway, he wasn't making sales calls because he's dealing with his dad. We're dealing with this house. I can't even begin to tell you the amount of time it pulled him out of the office trying to oversee what was going on. We're trying to get our house finished, and it was a disaster. We're just trying to keep our heads above water, and it completely wiped us clean. We had a nice, big savings built up, and it wiped us out. So when Betsy posted that check that she had, there's my mom, hi mom. When Betsy posted that check of $4,000, I was like, oh my gosh, this could really help us. So I decided to sign up. That was the end of November, very end of November. In 2016, I signed up, but I didn't do anything with it. And I kind of felt nauseous after I signed up. I thought, what am I doing? I didn't want to be one of those people that, was always posting on Facebook. And let's just all be real. Sometimes the MLMs don't get a good rap. And I just didn't. Oh, this is funny. I should tell you that years ago, I sold. Do y'all remember Southern Living at Home? I was terrible, terrible. I had one party that a friend offered to have for me, and 3 people there offered to have parties for me, and I didn't even follow up with them. Hi, Betsy. I love you too. I didn't even follow up with them because I couldn't do it. It was so, I just didn't want to have to impose on anybody at all. So I was like the biggest Southern Living at Home failure there was. I had my one party, and that was it. So I totally got off track. Oh, because of MLMs. I just didn't want to be obnoxious. I didn't want to be one of those people. So back to our financial woes. I just kept praying and praying and praying that God would bring my husband. Thanks, Tracy. We'll get there in a second. I just kept praying that the Lord would bring my husband a huge real estate deal that would just get us out of this hole. And that was just my prayer for months. And one day I was in the shower, and sorry for the visual, washing my hair, and I'm having this talk with God. Why are you not bringing us this huge deal that will wipe out our financial woes? And it's like he just said to me, and I'm going to try not to get choked up, that I've given you a way out, and you're not using it. And that is Senegence and selling lipstick. So I thought, you know what? He's given this to me. I'm going to give it my all. And anybody that knows me very well, Christy, I'm going to come back to that in just a second, okay? That question, I see it, and it's a good question, and I'll come back to it. So anybody that knows me very well knows if I'm going to do something, I'm going to go all out, and I'm going to do it right, or I'm really not going to do it at all. So I dove in head first and had my launch party. I wouldn't even say it was a great launch party. I mean, I sold maybe $300, but it was a start. And I just stuck with it. And that's one thing that I want to tell anybody that's thinking about it. You guys, this takes consistency. You can't just sign up today and think that next week you're going to make $1,000. People are watching you, and they want to see that you're sticking with it and that what you're doing is for real. And it will come, but you have to, just like anything else, if you're on a diet, I mean, you don't lose weight overnight, or you don't, if you're exercising, you just have to stick with it. And that is this business. It's just consistency. So, Alicia, it's an okay launch party, but you hear all these other people posting that they had $1,000 launch parties, and I thought, oh. So, it was a good start, but it could have been better. But I had a few people come, and that was great. So, this business is what you make of it, is what I'm telling you. I've poured myself into it, and I'm starting to see the benefits of that. If you just want the discount and you just want to make a little bit extra to cover, your cost, you can do that too. It's all about what you put into it, your time. So I'm gonna look at my notes. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, so let me tell you what the perks of this business are. I made some notes. I love making new friends. And like Betsy said in her video, I'm making lots of friends that I never even knew I needed. So many of us have just our lives full. I live in a place where I grew up. My family's here. And you just don't think that you need new friends. But gosh, these girls are terrific. And this is another funny thing that you'll hear lots of. But when I first joined, so if you sign up, you'll get added to some of these secret Facebook groups where we support each other and can pass information back and forth. And so I started watching people's videos, and everything, you can make any word out of Senegence, which is the name of the company. This is my Senesister. I just made so much fun of that, but now I get it. It is like a sorority, and we all really do like each other. So I love getting to make new friends. One unexpected perk is it's bringing back old friends that I just haven't had time to reconnect with. Yesterday, I got to sign up a girl that 20 years ago, we did pharmaceutical sales together, and life just gets in the way. We live on opposite sides of town, and honestly, I haven't seen her probably since 2010. And now we get to work together again. So that's awesome. Yes, Fran is my Sena mom. So if you sign up, you'll make lots of Sena jokes, but you'll be laughing all the way to the Sena bank, let me tell you. Okay, so an obvious perk is money. And I think, Christy, were you the one that asked the question? Okay, yes. Okay, so there's two ways to make money at this. One is your sales. And so that you get anywhere between 20 and 50% off when you buy. And so I'm just, for the ease of math, going to use 50% off. So if you buy a lipstick at $12.50 and then you turn around and you sell it for $25, you made $12.50. So that's one way to make money, and you get to keep that right away. That money just goes in your pocket. People are writing you checks, giving you cash, paying your PayPal, whatever. And then the other way that you make money is when people sign up underneath you and they're selling, you make commissions off of that, and that is paid once a month. And so for me, I'm going to go ahead and share my numbers because the last girl that talked, her story was amazing, but it hasn't happened that quickly for me. So I'm confident I'm going to get there. But just to give you an example, last month, so I started in December, and last month my commission check was $1,300. It was the third month in a row it's been $1,300. So it's been very consistent. I'm ready for it. I want to hit the $2,000 mark. But that was my commission check. So that was people underneath me making money off of them. And then on my sales, I looked a little while ago, and it was somewhere in the $800 range. So my total profit that I made last month was $2,100, which is awesome. It's about as much as I make at my part-time job. I work 3 days a week as a bookkeeper. So money is an obvious perk. Another perk is a car, and I did qualify for a car a couple of months ago. There's two different tiers. The first tier, you get $250 towards a lease payment, and then the second tier is $500. And so I haven't run out to get my car yet because I'm wanting to hit the second tier so I can get a fancier car because I'm Sena fancy like that. Okay, an obvious perk is that you're getting your makeup at a discount. And if you don't know, we have an awesome skincare line, and skincare is expensive. So getting my skincare at a discount is huge. I have 3 teenage girls, 18, getting ready to be 16 next month, and 14. And that's a lot of hormones, and those girls need some stuff on their face. And so getting that at a discount is huge. So even if I wasn't out there actively selling, for me, the discount is just worth it, especially it's only $55 to sign up. I mean, it seriously is like a Costco membership. You probably caught on now, but another perk is that I'm in business with my mom. And like, what other world could that happen, that my mom and I could work together? And it is lots of fun. So, oh, Tracy, we talked about Facebook groups. So yes, I used to make fun of people that did selfies in their car, and I'm here to tell you I am a selfie queen now. It gives you confidence. I don't really care anymore what people think because, like I said, I'm laughing all the way to the bank. So the other thing is that the people that you think are cool or too cool for this or whatever, they're going to reach out to you and they're going to buy your lipstick. So it's going to build your confidence. You're going to have to just kind of get over it and jump in with both feet. That's my best piece of advice, is jump in with both feet. Don't just dip your toes in the water. Just give it I'm a selfie queen. That's for sure. So I think that's really all the notes I had. Does anybody else have any questions? I'm going to scroll through this real quick. Oh, yes. So my friend Leslie, she's my best friend. We had a 2-year stint in Sugarland, Texas, and she's actually in Austin now, but I really wanted her to do this business with me, and she'd never heard of it, and so I sent her a lipstick, and now she's in love too, and she is building a team. So it's fun. It's a great excuse for Leslie and I to get together. And the other thing that I want to say, to not be scared off by, is you'll hear people talk about trainings and things like that. And maybe I have a pessimistic personality, because my thought was, my first thought when I heard about trainings was, oh, I don't need something else to have to do. The trainings are fun. They're inspiring. You get to meet all these people. Oh, another thing that you can do if you're even considering it, or if you're new to sign up, is when I first signed up, I Googled like Senegence or lip sync commissions, and there's lots of YouTube videos, and you will get so inspired by people's stories and the money that they made. And so anything is possible, and it's still so early in this company. Oh, I wanted to tell you all this, and y'all are going to think I'm the biggest dork after this, or you're going to think I'm tons of fun. But so, some of y'all know this story. So this is just to give you an example of the leadership in this company. So on one of these secret sites, Facebook sites that I told you about, someone had posted, and like I said, I'm in Tulsa, and somebody had posted that they were going to dinner at a local restaurant here with Joni, the owner and founder of our company. And to me, she's a Cine celebrity. And so my husband got home and I was like, we're going to the Polo Grill to eat. Joni's there. I mean, he's like, who? And I was like, it's like the equivalent of Mary Kay. We're going. So I totally stalked her. I looked in the whole restaurant. I knew what she looked like. She wasn't there. But I knew that this restaurant had a private room. And so I didn't want to just obviously go into the private room. They're having a private dinner. And so I got the manager and I said, would you mind telling, in this private room is the owner of this company that I work for, and would you just tell her that somebody that works for her is out here? And she came out with her husband and stood and talked to us and was so kind for probably 15 or 20 minutes, took us back to the room, introduced us to everybody that was at dinner with her, people that she had brought on board that she hadn't even announced to the company yet, invited us to have dinner. I did have enough manners to decline, but I just want you to know she is such a great person. So it meant a lot to me that she was just so approachable. And so anyway, I just can't say enough about the company. So any questions? I guess that's it. We survived. If you have any questions for me, I'm an open book, so just put them in the comments and I'll go back through and look at them later. But thanks you guys for watching.